Civil Rights Heritage Sidewalk, Award of Excellence for Preservation Education, Tallahassee-Leon County Planning Department, Tallahassee Community Redevelopment Agency, City of Tallahassee Public Works Department, and Award of Excellence for Craftsmanship for Master Craftsman Studio, Florida State University, for Tallahassee-Leon County Civil Rights Heritage Walk. Over 500 people gathered at Tallahassee City Hall on September 30th, 2013 to dedicate the Tallahassee-Leon County Civil Rights Heritage Walk. Honoring the foot soldier, symbolizing men and women who struggled for justice in the civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s, the Heritage Walk commemorates an era in Tallahassee history that is fading from living memory. The 6 principal narrative panels of the Heritage Walk commemorate 2 landmark events: Tallahassee's bus boycott in 1956, the nation's second after the Montgomery, Alabama boycott, and sit-in demonstrations at downtown Tallahassee stores from 1960 through 1963. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, amidst symbols of city, county, and state governments, the Heritage Walk celebrates persistence, accomplishment, and triumph. In 2009, public hearings were held regarding plans to demolish the long-vacant former McCrory's dime store on Monroe Street in downtown Tallahassee. Beginning in 1960, McCrory's lunch counter and the sidewalk outside the store were sites of nonviolent demonstrations, protesting the racially segregated seating policies common at the time. 3 years of demonstrations and economic pressure forced McCrory's and other downtown stores to desegregate their lunch counters in 1963. Citizens at the hearings, including now elderly foot soldiers, spoke passionately for the need to remember Tallahassee's civil rights history, including not only the lunch counter demonstrations, but also the bus boycott that preceded them. Urban designers in the Tallahassee-Leon County Planning Department believed that the story of the protests could be told in the sidewalk itself to make a direct emotional connection between walking, learning, and commemoration. At the City Commission's direction, a citizens committee selected narrative and symbolic content for the sidewalk, along with 57 foot soldiers' names in brass shoe prints. In honor of the hundreds not named, one shoe print says simply, "A foot soldier." Altamise Barnes, John G. Riley House Museum Executive Director, calls the Heritage Walk a new landmark on the Florida African American Preservation Network. The Heritage Walk will be included on the Visit Tallahassee map and added to walking tours published by the Council on Culture and the Arts, the Tallahassee Trust for Historic Preservation, and the Riley House Museum. In connection with the Heritage Walk, Footsteps to Freedom, a 1-hour documentary about the history of civil rights in Tallahassee, was produced by WCOT, the City of Tallahassee television station, and is available online at talgov.com. The Civil Rights Heritage Walk is a public art walk that was carried out over 3 to 4 months by the Florida State University Master Craftsman Studio. The purpose of this public art monument is to recall the importance of Tallahassee's involvement in the civil rights movement, to recognize the people who led the way to making these changes possible, to remember the difficulties they endured doing so, and to realize the positive difference that these changes have brought to our society today. There were many challenges in creating the sidewalk. Design took months of information gathering, debate on who and what to include, fact-checking, proofing, layout, revisions, and last-minute changes to wording and names. The large cementitious pictures were made from photos of the movement that were created by putting contrasting colors of concrete terrazzo next to each other to create a reduction photo print casting. While the hard work of many individuals was integral to making this project happen, one person in particular, Dan Donovan, urban designer and senior planner for the Tallahassee-Leon County Planning Department, has distinguished himself with a commitment to excellence in urban design. Dan has been instrumental in the creation of Design Works, the urban design studio responsible for Sense of Place, wayfinding, and other high-profile urban design projects. He has always demonstrated a keen interest in conceptualizing and generating support for public spaces that commemorate local history, including projects such as the Tallahassee-Leon County Civil Rights Heritage Walk and Smoky Hollow Commemoration. More than 500 people attended its grand unveiling on September 30th, 2013, where Dan's role as a contributing designer was acknowledged. He also collaborated with Lewis and Whitlock, PA, to design the Smoky Hollow Commemoration, a monumental tribute to a once thriving African American community. This historically significant working and middle-class neighborhood was demolished by urban renewal in the late 1960s, and the commemoration, a collection of ghost structures that replicate former homes in the area, is anticipated to evoke the former Smoky Hollow community from its place in Tallahassee's history, renew its role in the present as a vibrant and family-oriented place, and sustain its spirit for future generations. Dan's contribution to the city of Tallahassee, its community, and residents is invaluable.